Welcome to my computer show. I'm Mars Argo.
What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be telling y'all about this one time my school had a lockdown, but it was over it wasn't stupid, but it was something that was not like an issue because the people can come into the school anyway. But I'm not going to tell y'all who the people is before I start the story time. By the way, I know I have been gone for 2 years. I have not posted nothing. That's because my life is unfortunately boring. I have nothing to post, so I'm just gonna tell y'all a story time since people like story time stuff like that. Basically, I think another school was trying to come to our school and fight us, but I don't think it was the actual students. I'm pretty sure it was like their older siblings because we were in school at the same time. So, all right, so basically, it was the first semester of the school year. I'm not gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna just tell y'all how the day was going until we got to that part. Okay, so really the day was going fine and nothing was going on, but I kept hearing people say stuff like, oh, the school finna come over here and try to fight us because of all of this stuff like that. Now, I'm not gonna say who the gangs are, but there are like 2 gangs for my school. So I'm gonna call one W gang and C gang. W gang was our gang. C gang was a whole nother gang. Well, it wasn't really ours, but people that went to the other school was in the... Anyways, the people that was in the C gang went to a whole nother school. Most of them was in the C gang that went to that school. Now, there was some people who was in the C gang at our school, but we are mostly W. So, I was not a part of this gang. But there was girls and boys that I knew that were a part of this gang. And before school started, so basically the gang started during the summer. So before I even got into middle school, because middle school for us starts at 7th grade. So in the summer of me turning into a 7th grader, then I went on Instagram and I kept seeing all these accounts with the gang names connected to their usernames. So I was like, what is that about? Like, I really did not know what was going on, but I was just following them so I could get some more followers over the summer, to be honest. But yeah, and it was just really like a lot going on. Like, I really did not know what was going on, and I didn't find out about these gangs until I think this happened in October. So I found out about the gangs like in September, but the situation happened in October, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so during the summer, I was following all of these people. Then I didn't find out about the gangs until September, and then October is when the situation happened. So the day is going fine. It's going pretty okay. It's going normal. You know, I keep hearing like little peeps about how the other school is going to come up and try to fight us. I'm like, what? Because, baby, I'm not fighting nobody. You know, I don't even care. I'm not covering that up. Anyways, so I didn't even care about like them because baby, who was finna fight? I was finna make sure I was not fighting because my school is so strict. As soon as somebody gets into a fight, we get expelled. No suspension at all. Even if it's your first fight ever, it could be your first fight out of this whole like time you've been in this school district, and they still will expel you. And I've never been in a fight this like the whole time I've been in this school district, so they can't really tell me nothing. But they will expel you. Even if it's an outside of school fight, they will still find out about it and do it. Because one of these times, these girls got into a fight, and it was right next to another school that was a part of the school district. And they saw it, and then they told our school. So I will not be going into detail about that because we're in one story and I'm not getting into another. Anyways, so yeah. So I'm talking to all of my friends, and then one of these girls was on their phone secretly in class, and she was like, bro, they saying they coming up here and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, bro, because I don't even know what's going on. So then I get into 5th period. Well, 5th period, the beginning of 5th period is SRT. After SRT, we went to lunch. I was sitting with these one girls. I'm not even going to say all of their names. I'm just going to say they were my friends. They were my friends. Like, I'm cool with one of them right now. So, if you see this video, you know who I'm talking about. Your name start with an A. Anyways, so we were sitting at the table. We all talking and stuff. Then my friend Jay, I'm just going to say her name started with a J. She was like, so y'all ready to fight this school? I'm like, what are you talking about? Who finna fight? And she was like, you didn't hear that they finna fight us and stuff like that? I'm like, I heard about it, but I'm not finna do it. I'm not acting on any of this. Then she's like, okay, well, what's it called? She was like, okay, well, I'm standing in the classroom and stuff like that, because they said they was going to come out of the classrooms and we was going to go out there and fight. Like, that is the most unrealistic plan I have ever heard in my entire life. Like, y'all know y'all is not finna come out the classrooms and go fight these people. All of these teachers really do not care about any of that. Like, what? So then we get to the back. We get back to fifth period. And mind y'all, when we're in lunch, A lunch is in SRT. So we get back. Everyone's done with SRT. We're in normal class now. Now, my fifth period was freaking band. So we had to learn about different music and we had to do the instruments. And I hated that class, to be honest. And I was not doing nothing. And my whole class wasn't doing nothing either. We were all talking about what was finna go on. So I'm like, then I get into sixth period, Spanish. I had Spanish for my sixth period in the first semester. Y'all, I am telling y'all, when I got in there, we're all doing our work and stuff. Then, when it's like, the class was going normal. We're all doing our work. We had a sub that day, a sub. So you could just, imagine how my class was acting because we had this sub. Now, the sub we knew, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm just going to say her name was Miss H, because that's where her name started with. Miss H, she was our sub. We all knew her, so she was kind of strict, and nobody got on their phones or nothing like that, but we was, like, not acting as normal as we would with our male teacher, Mr. L. I'm going to call him Mr. L. So, yeah. We learned the Spanish, you know, hasta la vista, all that stuff like that, like hermano, hermana, yeah, all that type of stuff. I quit Duolingo because of that class. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So when it's time to leave the class and go to seventh period, why are we being stopped to get out the classrooms? And when I heard all that stuff earlier, I'm like, y'all, to get us. Like, I was low-key panicking because I was like, is they really trying to fight us, stuff like that? And then we get an announcement over the intercom, and they're like, do not dismiss your kids from the classroom because we are having some issues, so do not let them out and stuff like that. And keep your doors locked and stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, this has to be something, because how can all of this stuff we've been hearing about today just be a coincidence? Like, it could just be a coincidence that we're having a lockdown. Like, no, it's not a coincidence. That was them, baby. That was them. So then nobody's letting us go to use the bathroom. I mean, low-key, everyone was trying to be nosy and leave the room so that we could go to the bathroom. But it was like so like stupid for the reason that all of this stuff was going on, because it was over these gangs. And I'm going to just say this because I'm not trying to get in trouble with none of them. Basically, the reason that these gangs were having a squabble, and I'm going to just say that, because they were talking about each other. So they said, the C gang from the other school said that they was going to come to our school, and the girls, whoever, like the gang girls saw from our school, which we had most of the W gang in it, they was going to fight us. It didn't matter if we was in the gang or not. I'm like, oh, baby, no. Oh, no. So then we're all just panicking in class. Like, the sub is like, if y'all don't sit down and stuff like that. Like, no, baby, I was hiding in the corner. I didn't have time for that. I was literally standing in the corner. Because we have these fat windows. Like, you see where this is at? So, it's from the whip to the window and all the way over to, like, my door over there. So, it's, like, pretty long distance. So, I'm just like, yeah, we are kind of cooked. Because if they come up to that window, Lord knows who could happen. But at the same time, nobody was thinking logically because, first of all, we're both middle schools in the same district. Well, that other school is really not even in our district. I don't know why they keep on trying to say it's in our district when it's not. But, yeah. So, okay. So, now that we're in the same district and stuff like that. So, it's just like, we're both middle schools. So, how exactly could they come out at this time when we have the same dismissal and starting hours? So I'm just like, they can't be out of school unless it's some kids that did not come to school that day. But it probably wasn't that many that did not come to school. Like, I know kids don't come to school, but they wouldn't come all the way over there because the school is very far away from our school. Not very, but it's like 20 minutes away, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not going to search it up, but I'm just saying it's 20 minutes away. And if it's any less, I really don't care. Sorry, guys. So we're getting to the point where we're just like, this has to be. Then someone starts a rumor because the sub ended up letting one of the girls go to the bathroom, right? So the girl was being nosy. She come back. Why she tell us that one of the security guards was in a wheelchair? So, whole class is panicking. Like, no joke. All of us was panicking. Like, there was nothing to make us not panic because we just heard that the security guard was in a wheelchair. Then we already knew that something was going to happen with this other school coming to our school. Like, C gang and W gang was just arguing for no reason. It was over the stupidest stuff. I found out the reason that these were gangs because over the summer, the boys were fighting over it with just one girl. Like, are you dead serious? So, by the way, before that situation happened, these boys had got jumped by the W gang because they decided to be in the C gang with the people that didn't even go to school with us. So it was people in our school who was a part of the C gang. It was some boys. W gang found out that these boys that went to our school was a part of the C gang. So they got into a fight. They got into the biggest squabble. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all what, like, I'm not going to show y'all no video or nothing because I don't even have the video. I didn't even know this stuff happened until, like the end of September. And mind you, it happened early in September when this fight happened. I'm pretty sure. Do not give me the line. So, yeah. So, we're all in class. Don't know what's going on. So, yeah, they just ready to fight. Because if you heard about that fight already, then obviously they ain't scared to fight us. So, we all just like, yo, like, what do we do? So, then they finally dismiss us from the class. Everyone walking around being nosy, not even getting to their classes. And they just, like, acting all crazy and stuff. So, me, I was not finna go be nosy because I didn't want to see none of them kids outside. And honestly, I think some people was lying. Like, I really don't believe that those people were outside. So, it was over the dumbest thing. So, then I get into 7th period. Everyone's talking about it. They was like, how y'all finna fight at school? And we was like, what? Who fighting? But we was just all playing around. So, we was all like, I was like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. All up on that. Like, yeah. That's how I said I was going to do. Baby, I ain't do none of that. Because the day ended. I was with my friend, and we didn't have no classes together in the first semester. We had one class together, and that was the beginning of the day. So, we meet up at our lockers because we only had 7 classes. So, we meet up at our lockers, we grabbing our stuff, and everything like that. We was like, do you want to go out to the door and go figure out what's going on? We was like, yeah. So, we go out to the side door. That's where you get, like, not easiest to the front, but we wanted to walk with people to hear what they were saying. So we go to the side. We're walking to the front of the school. While we get to the front of the school, nobody was there. It's straight crickets. Like, baby. Like, how are you going to say you're going to go to our school while we're there? Like, it had to be some high school students, obviously. But now that I'm thinking about this, it was because the security guard broke something. I'm pretty sure. Like, they didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure it was. Because if the security guard was in a wheelchair, and I haven't saw that security guard all day, then, well, I haven't seen a security guard in the chair. So that must mean that the security guard broke something or something like that, and we had to stay in so we didn't hurt the security guard while we were walking to our other classes. And now I get it. Yeah, now, like, I'm just now realizing that right now. Right now, I'm just now realizing that. That had to be the reason, because nobody was in front of our school. But after that day, there was some fights and stuff like that. So I am like, oh, yeah, we obviously was not thinking straight because the guy was in a wheelchair. And yeah, but after that, there was some fights, I'm pretty sure, with these gangs. But it was just a lot going on. Like, really, I have no idea what actually went down. But I do know that was very, very crazy. Like, we really thought that we was going to get into a fight. Then I checked my Instagram later. And somebody from that school was like, oh, everybody's scary and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, baby, I'm not scary. I just did not want to fight. Because they was saying they was all outside the school and stuff. So, like, Ruby, what you mean? I'm not finna come out my classroom and come fight y'all. Like, is you crazy? And it had to be their older siblings from the school that was right beside us. It was, like, a high school that was, like, literally around the corner. So, I'm pretty sure that's what the situation had to be honest. Like, I don't know what else could have happened other than that. So, yeah. That was pretty crazy. Yeah. I might have some more story times for y'all, but not in this video. So, this is where we conclude this video. So, thanks for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and turn on that bell for some more notifications. Yeah, if y'all want some more story times, comment, like, or something like that. Let's see how many views this video can get, because I have been gone, y'all. Like, I have been really gone. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I have dyed my hair since then. As you can see, I have like this like honey brown color, and it's in the back too. And yeah, I have grew up. I'm about to be the big 41 backwards. Like, I'm about to be that August 4th. So I might try to do a birthday vlog, because I'm gonna be at a beach for my birthday, like a birthday party with my friends. So yeah, I hope to see y'all in the next video. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to be leaving now. So, goodbye.